keeping your leg straight after total knee replacement surgery was like my biggest focus. I didn't really think about the bending part. I mean, I did, but in the beginning, I didn't really think about the bending part. I was so focused on, I had heard so much about you have to get that leg straight and keep it straight because if you don't get it straight, early, you're gonna have a really hard time down the road. So I was so paranoid about not putting a blanket under putting a pillow under my knees or under my ankles. So what I did is I kept since I had both knees done at the same time, I kept them both straight. And at night, especially when I would try to sleep, I rolled up two towels and I put them on the outside. I rolled them up into like a roll, and I would tuck them and put them on the outside of each of my legs. I would have the ice packs, strapped on. But the reason I would do this was because for me, before surgery, my legs were so bowed and my hips were so like lax, like my feet would turn out. So like, if you lay on your back and then you relax your legs, your feet kind of open and your legs turn out. And that's what would happen to me after surgery. And then they would bend a little bit. And so I was so paranoid of that happening when I would go to sleep and I wanted them to stay straight, I just rolled up little like hand towels or like a bath towel and just rolled and just kind of tucked them on both sides of my legs. And that kept my legs straight while I was laying in bed and trying to sleep. The other thing that was really helpful is I don't know about you, but my heels on both of my feet would just get this weird ache from just touching the bed. Like, I guess because 'cause you're laying on your back so much and your legs, are straight and they're just having to push down on the bed. Um, I was just, like, annoyed by the feeling. Like, I couldn't I mean, just yeah, one more thing, right? But it was like this weird, like, restless leg ache, and I guess it's just from the pressure of just, like, laying on the bed and your heel, especially when you're keeping your leg straight, your heel is taking a lot of that brunt right there. So 2 things that helped. One, you could take, like, a sock, like a big sock, and roll it into a donut, and I would just place my heel into the donut of the sock. It really helped because it took the pressure off. Or if you have one of those, one of those pillows that you put on when you travel, those travel pillows that go around your neck that you're supposed to sleep with, I would turn it the opposite, I would turn it away and I would put it just under my ankle, like right where my heel is, and it would allow my heel to not have any pressure on it. Just one of those random things. Like maybe you're hearing me and you're like, I never had problems with my heel. Great. But I was so straight for so long for those first several 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks, that of trying to keep my legs as straight as possible anytime I was not walking. That my heels, keeping my legs straight with the towels on both sides really helped. Also, keeping, a little donut sock under each of my heels really helped. So, those are just random little tips I thought I would pass on to my fellow Total Knee Replacement Club members because, hey, we all have these tips these little things that have saved our sanity, and we need to share them because we have new members daily joining this club.